I'm joined by Carissa to talk to us a little bit about a dance performance she'll be putting on at the end of the year. Hi, Carissa.
Hi, how are you?
Now, tell us a little bit about your Christmas dance performance.
Our end-of-year production this year is at Her Majesty's Theatre, and it's titled A Christmas Carol, and it's based on the story of Scrooge and his discovery of finding the true spirit of Christmas.
Fantastic. Well, where did you get this idea from?
It was just basically brainstorming for what we could do for an end-of-year production that the children would not only benefit dance-wise, but also greater experience of Christmas and what Christmas really means. So not only this year are they learning their dances, but they're also learning a little bit more about the true spirit of Christmas.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the age range of kids involved in this performance.
Yep, we have students at the school from anywhere from 2.5, I think is our youngest one, wow, through to parents of some of our students, as well as just adults dancing as well. So there's a whole range. Our majority of children are between about your 2.5 through to the high school students.
So if I heard you correctly, some of the kids could have their mum or dad on stage with them.
Yes, we do have a couple that actually are on stage at the same time as their mum and dad, so it's the whole family's involved and they're all getting behind it. All of them have costumes already then for their Christmas day as well.
Fantastic. So how have the kids felt about that? Because I might have, when I was a bit younger, been a little bit embarrassed if my mum was behind me putting her arms out and grooving.
Lots of them have enjoyed it because they also can say, look, mum can do this, or my mum's on this, or doing point work and things like that, or as well as just having people involved. Some of them enjoy just having their mums and dads helping out on the Sunday barbecues for rehearsals and things like that. So it's getting the whole family involved in something as well.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so tell me a little bit about the actual story, A Christmas Carol.
Yeah, so we start off the scene with Scrooge starts off going through the village asking for money from all. And from there we follow him back into his workplace, of which his assistant, Bob Cratchit, is then asking for a day off for Christmas to spend with his family and a little bit extra pay to buy some toys for his 4 children. So it's slightly different than the actual real story.
Yep.
So he then heads off to the toy shop and he goes to discover that there's some teddy bears, some dolls, ballerinas, the works. He sees all through, but then realises he has not enough money to buy a toy for his children. Then out comes the broken toys bin and he gets them a second-hand toy, and then it shows back to Scrooge in the second act of where there's the 3 ghosts that come and visit him. The ghost of the past, it shows then of where he was meant to be engaged to his fiancée, and then the ghost of the present, it shows Bob's family and how they're scrimping and saving and how they've got the poor broken toys and a small little turkey, and then into the third ghost yet to come, of which then we have some glow-in-the-dark skeletons and some different masked creatures that come out and show him that if he doesn't really get in behind the true spirit of Christmas and let people celebrate with their families and spend a little bit more money and be correct with his wages and things, then he's going to end up miserable and all by himself. So at the end it shows him waking up and realising it was all a bad dream, and then they go and celebrate with the village, and he goes and gives back some of the money that he took and was a bit more generous and gives the family a big turkey, that rather than them scrimping and saving on the small little one. So it shows it's a nice little heartwarming story for the kids to learn.
Yeah, definitely. So do you think because it had a bit of a moral and value enriched element to it, that it was a bit more personal for the kids this year rather than just an end of year concert? And
it is, yeah, and they also then they can collaborate all the different dances together. So rather than just a jazz dance being here or a ballet dance, they can then get involved with all the different styles and put it all together. And some of them even last year were learning about Scrooge at school and learning about the different stories. So it's combining their normal lifestyle with their dancing, and putting it with Christmas as well just makes it that so much nicer in this time of season as well.
Yeah, and so let's talk a bit more about the dancing. What will be some of the styles of dance that are showcased?
Yep, there's a whole range of styles. So classical ballet is our main basis of the performance, but then there's also jazz as well as tap, some contemporary, a little bit of musical theatre, and all of it's in all different ranges. The styles, there's classical as well as a bit of neo-classical in there as well, so point work as well as for the little ones in their normal little first pair of ballet shoes. So it's a whole different range.
Yeah, and so to explain the difference between classical and neoclassical for someone that doesn't know, What are the differences there?
Yeah, so your classical ballet involves more of your turnout, and there's a lot more pull-up, and it's a lot more, it's not really more disciplined, but it's, compared to your contemporary, is a lot more free-flowing. And then your jazz and tap is done to a lot more modern music, whereas all of your classical is more to the classical composers and pieces. So there's a whole different range, and it also teaches the children those differences and the difference in their posture and where they need to be with their weight placement as well.
Fantastic. Okay, and so what are some of the costumes that people can come and see that night?
There's a variety of different costumes, from your normal, just different Christmas attire, through to some glow-in-the-dark skeletons. Then there's just some normal different ones of skirts and different sparkles here and there, and lots of sequins and things like that as well. So that's what all makes the show even more brighter and colourful, especially the toy shop, of which they're in some wonderful costumes there.
Fantastic. I definitely would be wearing that Christmas Day. Yeah. So with the parents getting a bit involved and some of the parents being in the performance, have you now got on offer some more classes for parents?
Something that our school does like to offer is, rather than just having dance for those that want to excel and be involved in dance for a career, something is we're looking at more the fitness side of things. So the mums and dads, when they drop their kids off to dance, can also go and participate in a class of some sort, whether that be ballet or whether that be more of a fitness class, or, you know, ballroom, tap, Latin, something along those lines. So it's not just about, you know, going to do dance to become a dancer. It's about enjoying the actual dance and enjoying movement and being able to associate that with everyday life.
Yeah, and well, compared to then going to a gym and thinking, okay, 30 minutes on this treadmill, don't get off. It's a little bit more fun than that.
Exactly,
you don't realise, do you, that you're getting fit?
Because time, people are a little bit more time poor today, so they can, you know, kill two birds with one stone. So they can not only just, you know, get their children exercising and doing dancing, but they can listen to their most recent track of music and, you know, get actually moving to that, and then when they're out on a Saturday night they can break out in those moves too, so they can do both. Fantastic.
Well, just remind us about when and where the concert will be performed.
Yeah, so 6 p.m. on the 10th of December at Her Majesty's Theatre, so A Christmas Carol.
And tickets are on sale through
available,
BAS?
yes, through BAS, so you can book at any of the outlets or online as well.
Yep, through BAS at $35 each?
Yes, that's correct.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
No worries, thank you.
Well, it's time for now another short break, but we'll be back with one more interview.